everyone. I'm Kimberly, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar. My pronouns are she, her, and welcome to the live stream of the Pride Radio Group Net. Without further delay, let's get on with it.
Node 2105.
Alrighty. Woohoo! Let's do this! I'm pumped and I'm ready. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pride Radio Group Net. I'm Kimberly, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar, your net control operator. My pronouns are she, her. This net is a roundtable for general discussions and friendly chats. Please direct all calls through the net control station. We meet every Sunday at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time. Before we begin, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If there is an emergency at any time, please let us know and we will assist you promptly. This net provides a safe place for members of the LGBTQ community and LGBTQ plus community and their allies to connect over the airwaves. It is open to all licensed amateur radio operators without the need for membership. We also welcome third-party traffic. Speaking of memberships, the Pride Radio Group fosters an inclusive environment for learning, experimenting, and enjoying radio communications. We encourage, promote, and support diversity within the wider radio community. We share our experiences and knowledge, celebrate Pride on the air, and welcome all individuals. To learn more about the Pride Radio Group, join us and gain access to our Discord chat room. Visit prideradio.group. The website again is prideradio.group. Or you can check out Victor Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf or Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf on QRZ. Membership is free and all are welcome regardless of who you are and who you love. Unless you harbor hatred towards us, of course. This net is being relayed on the Pride Radio Network and its affiliated systems, including All-Star, Echolink, IRLP, DMR, YSF Reflector, WiresX, M17, NXDN, P25, D-Star, and Zello. It is also streamed live on Broadcastify, Icecast, and via my YouTube channel, which you can find by searching for my call sign, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar. For information on how to connect to this network or access our live streams, visit prideradionetwork.com. Once again, the website is prideradionetwork.com. You can also track and follow this net by downloading NetLogger for Windows, Linux, or Mac OS from netlogger.org. Once again, the website is netlogger.org. NetLogger allows you to log into the net, view call signs that are entered into the log in real time, and actively participate. For Android and iPhone users, you may download On-Air Net Scraper instead. Once again, the app is called On-Air Net Scraper. Now, before we start tonight's net, does anyone have news, announcements, or other items to share with the net and the Pride Radio Group? I do have a couple of items for the net. First of all, we are still having audio issues with the Pride Echolink conference. So if you are connecting from the Pride Echolink conference, I highly recommend that you switch over to one of my nodes instead. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar hyphen Lima is the node. Once again, if you're on the Pride Echolink conference, please switch over to Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar hyphen Lima, because we're having very persistent issues with the Pride Echolink conference. And for my other announcement, let me reset. We're still looking for additional net control operators to, to help run this net. The plan is to have a different net control operator every week with a different style, depending on how they want to run, their version of the net. So if you're looking to help, host this net, let me know on the Pride Radio Group Discord server. And we'll take it from there. Yes, you do have to be part of the Pride Radio Group in order to be a net control operator for this net. So make sure you check out prideradio.group if you'd like more information about the group. Alrighty. Let's start taking check-ins from anyone, anywhere. No, sorry, wrong category. I always go mobile and short on time first, so let's backtrack a little bit. Here we go. Let's move on to check-ins from the Pride Radio Group for the Pride Radio Group Net. We'll begin with mobile stations, those short on time, and those who are in and out. If you fall into any of these categories, please come forward with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Feel free to share your pronouns as well. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for check-ins from mobile, short on time, and in and out stations.
Alpha Yankee pedestrian mobile at the moment. Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee.
We have Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee, who is pedestrian mobile. Any other mobile short on time and in and out stations? Alrighty, means that Jared is out pedestrian mobile. We'll turn it over to them first before we get carried away. Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar.
MBK2 WAY to anyone listening. I'm going to keep it short and basically just a g'day at this stage. I will be listening and further update when I'm back at QTH. MBK2 WAY back to net control.
Alrighty, Jared. Be safe out there in the out there on the streets or sidewalks or wherever that is that you're walking, and we'll catch you when you get back or when we turn it back to you again, whichever comes first. Any other mobile short on time and in and out stations? Alright, hearing no response, we will now take check-ins from anyone, anywhere. If you'd like to join the Pride Radio Group Net, please provide your call signs solely, twice, and phonetically. You may also share your pronouns if you wish. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for check-ins from anyone, anywhere.
is Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec, India. Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec, India. My name's Eric, and my pronouns are they, them.
Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec, India. Got you down. Who else is out there wishing to check into the Pride Radio Group Net? Please come forward and we'll get you added to the list.
This is
I know who that is. KC3VIU. She, her pronouns.
It's Phoebe. KC3 VIU, Kilo Charlie 3, Victor India uniform.
KC3VIU got you down. Any other stations wishing to check in, please come now.
Victor Echo 9, Quebec Lima Echo. Victor Echo 9, Quebec Lima Echo.
Victor Echo 9, Quebec Lima Echo, got you down. Who else is out there? We're still looking for check-ins, folks. Check-ins, and more check-ins. The more the merrier if you'd like to check in. Doesn't matter what you're doing. I don't care if you're mobile or standing still or at your shack or at your workplace. Maybe you're who knows where, shopping around. I don't know. Maybe you're not shopping around. Maybe you're just doing who knows what. Anyone, anywhere, if you'd like to check into the Pride Radio Group Net and join us on the Rag Chew, or maybe you just want to very quickly check in and out, you're welcome to do that as well. Doesn't matter. Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and I'm still looking for more check-ins for the Pride Radio Group Net. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and work the list as we have it, and we'll call for more check-ins in a little while. For those of you who are unable to check in via voice, you're welcome to check in via NetLogger. If you're watching the YouTube live stream, you're welcome to check in via the YouTube chat. If you're part of the Pride Radio Group Discord, you're welcome to check in through that. If you've got WinLink, you're welcome to send me a WinLink message, and I'll get you checked in that way. Just send a message to my call sign. If you're on Mastodon, I also welcome check-ins through Mastodon. Just send me a message on Mastodon, and we'll get you checked in. My Mastodon handle is at KJ7OMO at mastodon.radio. Once again, at Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar at mastodon.radio. You can also email me your check-ins. My email address is KJ7OMO at gmail.com. Once again, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar at gmail.com. That happens to be my call sign, so that serves as my identification as well. And if you happen to know my private social media links, you're welcome to check in through that as well. And if you're not yet if you're a shortwave listener or a scanner listener and you haven't yet gotten your ham radio license, I highly urge you to study for your ham radio license exams and get your license, because you are truly missing out on a whole lot of fun if you don't. Trust me on this one, and trust all the other people all the other hams on this one as well. With that out of the way, let's toss it over to KC3Y Yankee Quebec India Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Quebec India Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar.
Hi, this is Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec India. I'm not really sure what I was being prompted to do. I'm sorry.
Alrighty, well, I had a hard time understanding that. Not sure if your audio level is low or if there's something else going on or if maybe my ADHD must have given me a lot of heck. Well, I'll put it back to you to try again.
Hi, this is Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec India. I'm not certain what I'm being prompted to do. I'm sorry, I must have missed the prompt.
Okay, you must be new to nets. KC3YQI from KJ7 OMO returning. Well, this is a, a rad chew, get together where, the net control operator manages, the flow of traffic so that we all don't stomp on each other. It means that this is one of those, rag chew nets you can talk about pretty much whatever you like, as long as you don't talk about certain taboo topics, of course. What kind of traffic do you have for the net? KC3YQI KJ7 OMO, back to you. Alrighty, we'll get back with you in just a little bit. KC3VIU, KJ7OMO, go ahead and take it.
This is KC3VIU. I finally remember my call sign now. Yeah, I was in the midst of doing some repair work. I have a sheet here that has a tear in it, so I'm just doing a little bit of stitching. Not only that, but I'm doing it in situ, so I have to be careful not to sew it to the fitted sheet underneath. But I'm pretty good that way. I had some opportunity this week to play with this pretty large solar panel that I have, and using a buck boost converter, was able to bring the voltage down from what's listed as 19 volts, but unloaded it's closer to about 23, and then buck that down to 12 volts so I can charge some lithium-ion battery packs I've got and then from there, those will chain out into USB charging ports, so I can charge up some USB items, and I don't have to send quite so much current through the interface at the door. It's just at my back door, and I put the panel out on the back patio and aim it up, and managed to pull the buck boost converter I have will do 5 amps nominal, and will actually buck and boost not only voltage but current as well. So long as you've got the wattage, it'll give you the power to within, some certain specified limits. I think the maximum output amp current is something like 12 amps. So that's still quite an amount of current. I'll avoid the timeout here 1 moment. And so yeah, I was doing that. Plus, I also built this cool little window defroster. Actually, I had the design idea for it probably like a year and a half ago, and implemented it roughly a year ago. And in fact, it was just before I got my radio license. And so it's a bunch of resistors attached to a heatsink with a fan on it, and it will draw enough power to deliver about 35 watts or so of power to these heating elements, essentially power resistors. And the fan blows off, and hopefully should keep the window from frosting up overnight. But then this year I discovered that they make these really cool things that you can just, like a metallized insulated material you can just put over the windshield and tie to your side view mirrors, and also have covers for them too. So yeah, I'm not perfectly sure what I'm abusing it for, but I bought it inside and was driving that with the solar power coming through from the panel outside. So that was pretty damn cool. Anyway, just having fun. Back to net control. This is KC3VAU. Back to KJ7OMO.
KC3VIU from KJ7OMO returning. Roger that. Wow, that's, you've had quite the fun. Wow, I'm amazed at the stuff that you've been occupying yourself with. Alright, well, my brain short-circuited. I don't remember what else I was going to say, so we'll kick it over to Victor Echo 9 Quebec Lima Echo from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar, who apparently is new to the net. I don't remember seeing that call sign before, so welcome to the net. Over to you.
VE9QLE. Yep, this is my first time checking into the net. Good to be here. The weather has been getting a lot warmer the last few days, which is pretty unusual for New Brunswick, where I'm at. I spent my Friday afternoon putting a new starter motor in my car. I don't have a garage, so pretty much just have to do work when it's warm out. It wasn't too bad. Had to drain out the coolant. They're pretty small cars, so sometimes it feels a little bit like working on a laptop where everything's sort of tight together. But yeah, in the end it wasn't too bad. Sort of more in the radio realm, I'm working on a sort of self-contained radio sound tracking unit. So I spent a bit of time today writing some code basically to run a tile server on an ESP32. So I basically have, a Google Maps type thing, but it's like entirely offline, hosted on the ESP32, and it just shares the tiles off an SD card. So that's pretty much what I've been working on. And back to net control.
Victor Echo 9 Quebec Lima Echo from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar returning. Sorry for the long pause there. I've had something going on in the background. Alright, well, that sounds pretty good. And yeah, once again, welcome to the net. And we'll call you back in just a little bit. But first, let's see if we have any additional stations out there wishing to check into the Pride Radio Group Net. Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar, your net control station for the Pride Radio Group Net, and we're looking for more check-ins at this time. Alrighty, do we have any additional check-ins to the net? Any additional check-ins? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you added to the list. Alrighty, hearing nothing at this time, we're going to kick it back up to Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Let's see if they are either back home or still with us, if they're not home.
Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. I am now home and switched to DMR. I think you were just calling me VK2WAY.
Yeah, Jared, I sure did. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Nick Control. Sorry I missed a couple of minutes there, just transitioning from the outside world to the inside world and changing over to DMR. But I am home. The pizza is in the oven. I was on a quick errand to grab a forgotten ingredient or an out-of-date ingredient in the fridge, I have to admit. So yeah, quick run down the street to replace that. And pizza is now in the oven, and I am on the couch waiting for it. Oh, and I've just been told I forgot to add some extra pizza topper herbs. So I better do that. I'll do that and listen for another round and join you on the next one. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. This is DVK2WAY.
VK2WAY from KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, roger that. Well, it's always good to have you on the net as always. And, yeah, we'll get back with you in just a little bit. And speaking of food, well, earlier I had some rice, and I mixed some Vegemite with the rice along with half of a packet of the flavoring that you find from the ramen noodles, along with some butter, and I mixed it in real good, and well, that turned out to be a very good meal. Alright, we'll get back with you in just a minute, and we'll see if KC3 Yankee Quebec India is back with us, KJ7OMO.
This is Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Quebec India checking in. Yeah, this is my first net ever. I'm a 3-year-old ham. I just got my call sign 3 days ago on Wednesday, and I passed my test on Sunday. This is very new to me. Also made my first 2-meter contact over a repeater locally here. That was fun this morning. Yeah, just learning a lot of new things. Yeah, that's neat.
KC3YQI from KJ7OMO returning. Alright, well, congratulations on your first 2-meter contact and your first time on the net. And yeah, once again, welcome aboard. We do this around this time every week on Sundays in the Coordinated Universal Time at 2 a.m. and Saturday evenings in the U.S., 7 p.m. Arizona time, to be exact. Don't know how to calculate the time zone differences because I don't have a calculator in front of me at the moment. I am so bad with math. Uh, anyways, we're gonna toss it right back to KC3VIU KJ7OMO.
Yeah, this is KC3VIU, and welcome to all the new members of the Pride group and getting on. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember what it was like just a little more than a year ago when I got my ticket and started transmitting. It's a whole different world when you go from just listening to talking. But at the same time, it's also not, it's not really that stressful, especially this net, very cool, very laid back. If you just got something on your mind, you can, talk about it. It doesn't have to be radio. It can be anything on the LGBTQ spectrum as well. I'm sure Kimberly would say this as well. But, yeah, it's awesome to hear some new voices. And, yeah, I love playing with the power electronics, batteries, charging things and whatnot. I have so many little niche interests in electronics that I can hardly keep everything satiated. So I'm sure there's more. I'll go ahead and go back to net, and I'm going to try and finish up this one bit of stitching I can do, and then I can put my stuff away for that. This is KC3VIU, back to KJ7OMO.
KC3VIU from KJ7OMO returning. Alright, no worries. Well, you're not the only one with a short-circuiting brain. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. We always lose our thoughts, and yeah, not fun when that happens. Alright, VE9QLE KJ7OMO, we'll toss that hot mic right back to you. Don't let the lithium cells explode on that thing now. Hi.
VE9QLE. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say, and it is pretty late here. It's about 11:30 p.m., so I think I'm actually going to check out for the night. But yeah, thanks very much for having me. This was a fun experience. VE9QLE.
VE9QLE from KJ7OMO returning. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by. I'll toss 7 threes your way, and you have a wonderful night, and we look forward to hearing you again on the net. You're more than welcome to connect to this network anytime, day and night. It's always open, and feel free to use it. I mean, it's for everybody's use. So go for it. Have at it. We'll be... And of course, this net happens every Sunday at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time, Saturday at 7 p.m. Arizona Time. So, yeah, feel free to check back in. Anyways, we're at the bottom of the list, so, do we have any additional check-ins for the Pride Radio Group Net? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and, we'll get you added to the list. This is KJ7OMO standing by for additional check-ins to the net. do we have any additional check-ins to the net before we kick it back up to the top? KJ7OMO standing by for additional check-ins to the net. Alrighty, we're gonna kick it back up to the top. Victor Kilo 2, Whiskey Alpha Yankee, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Go ahead and take that hot mic away, Jared.
Cheers, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, VK2 WAY, returning for my last short one, and I'll be back with a long one next over. But talking of hot mics, hot pizza just came out of the oven, so I'm going to indulge while I continue listening and promise an actual update in the next over. Actually, I'll give you a currently 21.9 degrees Celsius on my balcony, 72% humidity, lovely cool day, a little bit drizzly. There you go. That's the obligatory update, but more personal and life updates coming at you next over. Back to you, Net Control, BK2 WAY.
Alrighty, Jared, no worries. KC3YQI KJ7OMO back. We'll toss the mic back to you.
Just KC3, what's going on? Don't really have anything extra to add. Just learning. That's it. Just listening and learning. That's all. Thank you.
Alrighty, no problem. Yeah, every net is different. So some, and the way they do things, the way they, run things. Some nets are rag chew. Other nets, they might go maybe a round or two before calling it quits. Some nets, they only just check you in, but then that's it, and they do nothing else. Other nets do this, other nets do that. It's just, every net is different. So, this net right here is a rag chew net, but with a net control operator that that tells everybody when it's their turn. I have listened to other nets where they are kind of sort of rag chew, but it's more of a round robin style where you hand it off to one station, they say their traffic, and then that station hands it off to the next, and so on. So there's those type of nets too. But there's many different nets to out there on the ham radio. Anyways, we're gonna kick it back to KC3VIU from KJ7OMO.
KC3VIU call. Kimberly, I'm curious. I know you have the Echo Link KJ7OMO-Lima. What does the -Lima stand for? What is it? What is the meaning behind the -Lima? I was just getting ready to sign in tonight, and I'm like, I know she said -Lima, but I also remember seeing -Romeo, and this might be the easiest way for me to gain that education. So I'll throw it back to you. This is KC3VIU, back to KJ7OMO.
KC3VIU KJ7OMO returning. Ah, yes, welcome to the world of Echolink. Okay, so, on Echolink, a -L, or Lima station, indicates that the station is either a linked station or a simplex node, while a -R station, or -Romeo, indicates that it is a full duplex repeater that is plugged into the node. So, yeah. The main hub is technically considered a link station on Echolink. So that's why the hub, my main hub has the -L call sign, whereas my -R call sign is attached to my repeater controller, which is a Raspberry Pi running All-Star, but there's currently no radio attached to the repeater controller. So basically, it's a Raspberry Pi repeater controller that identifies on the air as a repeater, but has no radio plugged into it. So yeah, there you go. Until I'm able to afford a repeater hardware, it's just gonna continue to be a radioless node until I'm able to purchase the radios I need to get my repeater back on the air. Anyway, but yeah, that's that. Hopefully that explains it. Alright, we're at the bottom of the list, so, oh, and, by the way, I am looking for, for sponsors for, you know, funding these type of things, but it's only a pipe dream. I don't expect any sponsor to show up, but you never know. Alright, we're at the bottom of the list, so, let's see if we, have any additional stations out there wishing to check into the Pride Radio Group Net. All I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and your pronouns as well, if you wish. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for additional check-ins to the net. Do we have any additional stations out there? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you added to the net. Hello, YouTube viewer. Welcome to the live stream. Alrighty, well, it's nothing but crickets out there at the moment. Sheesh. We normally have a lot more check-ins than this. I wonder what's going on with the people here lately. We need to, I guess, knock on some doors and, you know, get them to get back on the radio. VK2WAY KJ7OMO. We'll toss it back to you.
Thank you, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, VK2WAY returning to the net, and yeah, we should put on some white shirts and pin ties and start rocking up to people's doors and asking them if they've heard the message of ham radio. Hi. Anyway, good to see everyone. Welcome to our new ham 3 days in. I think I caught a couple of overs ago, so huge welcome to you. I didn't quite catch the name though, but I'll let you repeat that on your next over. A couple of tips though. On nets, good to finish your transmission with a handoff back to net control, just much the same way as net control does hand it off to each person. Hand it back at the end. It makes it very clear to net control when you're not just taking a reset break. Now the reason for reset breaks again is with a mixed mode repeater system like this, we have various repeaters and things with different timeout levels and things like that. So we try to keep it under 3 minutes for DMR.
I think this one we've got set anywhere. Kimberly will correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, 3 minutes, and then a reset, and then hand it back to net control when you're here. But welcome to net, and let's see. I'll reset and give some updates. All right, update into winter sports mode. For the new folk here, I work in TV production. Winter sports mode for me has kicked off. That means Aussie rules and rugby union, not the rugby league that we exported to Las Vegas recently as a show. Rugby union, more of the traditional version of the game that American football is also based on. Kicked off my season with the New South Wales Waratahs for that one, and Swans for AFL, the Aussie rules, which is haven't heard of that one or come across that one, you should have a little bit of a YouTube for Aussie rules football. Other than that, lovely cool day in Sydney. Winter still hasn't quite hit, still in the low 20s, and had a couple of warm ones. Been quite enjoyable weather, as it often is this time of year in Sydney. Other than that, it's been work for me, and signed up with a new freelancing company that I'll be working with as well, which should be filming more of my weekdays, because, I can't stop doing things, which doesn't leave too much time for radio. But glad I have a Sunday off, which is rare in any sports season. I'm not available next Sunday, so I won't be joining that. That's everything for this round. Probably more to come next one. Back to you, Kimberly, and the rest of net. This is VK2WAY.
VK2WAY from KJ7 OMO returning. Yes, you're a busy bee, always busy. Never have time to have fun and play radio. No wonder why you're such rare DX nowadays. But every time you're able to come on, it's awesome. We're glad that you're able to make it this Sunday. We got us, and hopefully you'll be able to make it again at some point. Cause we'd love to hear more of you. All right, we're gonna toss it back over to Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Quebec India from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Sorry, Tourette's is kicking in.
Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec India. Thank you. I think your name is Jared. Thank you for the tip. Make sure I'll sign off. Not sign off, but finish my message with hand it back to you. So I guess a proper introduction. My name's Eric. I'm in the DC metro area. Connected through CMR using voice on the TCIS network. Like I said before, I'm just learning new things. Appreciate all the tips. Yep. I'll hand it back to you, Kimberly. Thank you.
KC3YQI from KJ7 OMO returning. No worries. It's normal to be shy when you're, on a net for the first time, or even if you're on the air for the first time. That too. All right. KC3 VIU KJ7 OMO. We'll toss it back over to you.
This is KC3VIU. Two things. It's even worse when you're identified as transgender and it's your first time on the radio, because it's like the whole voice thing, and I've done some voice work, but frankly I'm kind of in the mode where it's like this is just me. I present female. I feel in my heart and whatnot, but sometimes I just get so used to my voice the way it's been that I just don't even think about it. That's me. There's no hard and fast rules for being trans, and thank God for that. Um, the other thing is, I want to.
Uh-oh. I think we lost baby. Oh no.
I think I timed out there. Um, I wanted to mention to Jared that I'm a big fan of the Geelong Cats and have been since about 1995. Go Cats. Um, yeah, nothing against Sydney, but that's just I don't know. I kind of randomly picked it up. I was watching it on satellite and got hooked, and I actually own my own footy. Um, I was dribbling it one time. When I first bought it, I pumped it up and was doing some dribbling, and I managed to discover that I would rather be trans than have. Well, you know what happens when you dribble the footy and you're not used to the way it bounces. It comes up and catches you right. We'll say in the junk. I think that should be sufficiently clear for the air, and without being too specific. Um, no, seriously, it was like I love the dribble. I love the kick. I love the whole sport. It's so cool. But especially the umpires of years ago that used to dress all in white. They reminded me very much of Al from Quantum Leap, with the peculiar outfits. Um, it's a wild sport. I just love to watch it. I don't get that much of a chance anymore, but even game summaries and whatnot else are fun to watch. So that's what I have for this round. Back to net control. This is KC3 VIU. Back to KJ7 OMO.
KC3BIU from KJ7 OMO returning. Yeah, I feel you there. Being trans is not easy, especially on the air, where I had many instances where, despite doing the best I can to sound as feminine as I can, unfortunately to some people my voice still reads as masculine. So, yeah. Yeah, despite telling them, okay, well, this is my call sign, and this is my name. My name is Kimberly, and nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And then they would come back with something like, good evening, sir. This is, and then, yeah. And then it really stings after that. And then I would say, oh, by the way, I'm a young lady. And then I would continue on with the conversation. Then they would fire back, okay, sir. No, okay, sir. Well, you have a good day. Yeah. That happens to me a lot. A lot of times when I, say I'm a young lady, they still call me sir anyway. So, yeah. In that case, I just don't make a big deal out of it. Cut the QSO off and move on. So, yeah, it's annoying, but it's just one of the annoying things I have to deal with while on a ham radio. Anyways, let me reset for a moment. Oh, yeah. That reminded me of a time when I was on a D-Star and I was, calling CQ, and, I tried to sound as feminine as I could, and some old man came on, and it was like, and the old man was accusing me of being a teenage boy pretending to be a girl, messing with everybody. And that he wasn't fooled or anything like that. And then I basically told him, look, I'm a millennial, I'm a young lady, but nope, he wasn't having it. And he was 110,000,000% convinced that I was some teenage boy pretending to be a girl. So, and there was no changing his mind, unfortunately. So, yeah, it is what it is. I just got off that reflector and I move on. Anyways, enough of that. Let's see if we have any additional check-ins to the net. Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you added to the list. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for additional check-ins to the net. Yes, net control can sometimes ramble on as well. Hi, hi. VK2WAYKJ7, OMO, we'll toss it back to you.
It's 7 Oscar Mike Oscar VK2 WAY returning, and what I will add to that conversation about how horrible a place the wider ham community can be at times. It's exactly the reason why we as a group exist, right? It's a safe place for all of us here on Ham Radio to be whoever we actually are and accept one another without that kind of, let's just call it what it is, bullshit. Yeah. So, yeah, good to... Well, it's good to share some of those stories. Let's celebrate the fact that we're all here supporting each other in the Pride Radio group. So, as I was saying, I had a story actually I wanted to share. So let me just reset. All right, the story. I'm not sure if I've been up since Mardi Gras, but yeah, we had some fun times with the float. For those who don't know, the Vicious Year Cat and I coordinate the Queer Roller Derby Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras float each year and have done so for a decade now. Been on it for 14, 15 years or something. Yeah, so it's a bit of a tradition for us, and organising it this year, we had our truck driver marshaled in before the parade and put in what she realised was the wrong position, and told somebody, and it was a big fuss and everything, and they had to shuffle trucks around and put us in the right position, but they got us in the right position at least. But in doing so, they parked us very, very close to a tree. Now we're in a 3-ton taut liner or curtain side of truck, so we open the rear doors and pull the curtains back and strap everything down while we're on the parade and put lights and decorations and sound system on the back of that truck along with shoes and everything else our skaters need. So anyway, there's the scene. Our doors are open, everything's decorated, looking good, and let me reset. And we go to roll off, and under the direction of the official Mardi Gras director person, we get told to roll off, and we hear a crunch, and some of the top of the door hits the tree. We think, okay, that's not too bad, and the marshalling person is, go slow, and get more of a crunch, and decorations start falling off everywhere, and lights get broken down, only little fairy lights, thankfully not professional stage lights, but, some lights got torn down, and, the truck rolls off, scrapes past the tree, and we're underway and skating behind the truck, and decorations are throwing on the road. So I grab as much as I could and pile it onto the back of the truck as we approach the beginning of parade area. So just as we start parade, look, we're not dragging things behind us at least, but one side of our decorations is pretty much ruined. Jungle themes, so leaves and meshes of leaves got torn down with fairy lights in them and things like that. So anyway, we do the whole parade and have a great time, everything like that. Let me just reset. Yeah, so we do the parade, have a great time marching down Oxford Street, waving at everybody, marching, skating, doing our thing down the Mardi Gras parade route, and get to the end. And usually we have 5 minutes to get everything on the vehicle back to street legal, so the vehicle can leave the area and people can go on their way and go to parties and things like that. So vehicle gets to the end area, we do everything to save the vehicle to make it street legal, and go to close the rear doors of the truck up to lock it up and drive off, but the doors won't shut and the top hinge is totally busted up. So we then have to spend another hour running around in circles, talking to people, the parade organisers, organising a tow, we trying to work out what would be needed to do that, how we would secure the rest of our load for that, what we're going to do with the AB gear now, all of those other organisational things going through our heads. So we managed to find some police, that's a longer story, police parade, we can cover that in a future over, we found some police who could verify that as long as our load was secured, we could drive with the back door rigged open as long as it's not flooding. So we do that, get all the audio back. Our driver decides it's not really safe enough for her to drive, and she's not confident driving it. So we unload all the AV gear at our AV storage unit from where we hired from, and we get him and the team there to load all of the operations and all of the loose items from the truck into his van and drop it at my place. And that was all happening, I think, by about 12:30 or 1 a.m. They were starting to drop things off here. Anyway, that's enough of this over. Insurance has covered it. That's the good part of the story. But yeah, back to you, Net Control, and more soon. This has been VK2 WAY.
This is KJ7 OMO returning. I want to remind everyone that even though I understand that cussing is allowed in Australia and some other countries, there are countries out there that do not allow cussing over ham radio. This includes the United States. So I ask everyone to please refrain from using foul language on this network and on this network. And, of course, on the air. I know, the rule is dumb. I personally disagree with the rule, but, the rules are the rules. So, yeah. It is what it is. Anyways, wow, that's a lot to unpack there, Jared. Holy cow. That is quite a lot. Wow. Wow. I can't even begin to process all that stuff that you gotta go through. Wow. Anyways, we're gonna toss it back over to KC3YQI from KJ7OMO.
This one, second story. I'm glad the insurance covered the damage. I hope it gets fixed quickly. About the trans issue and just the hostility of the ham community. I've been thinking about becoming a ham for probably about 5 years or so, but I always was hesitant because I just thought it was an old boys club and they're mostly right-wing reactionaries and preppers and everything like that. But I think about a year ago I saw Kimberly posted on Mastodon this network, and it kind of encouraged me to go ahead and get it and participate in this. It took me a year to do that, but I finally did it. So this network is part of the reason why I'm here on the air. So thank you, everyone. I'll hand it back to you, next controller.
Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee, Quebec, India, from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike, Oscar, returning. Well, I just now realized that you are a new ham. I just now looked you up, and I see that you got your license 3 days ago. So, congratulations on finally getting your technician class license. And yeah, welcome to the ham radio hobby. And And yeah, we're glad that you've come across the post about this network and you're finally able to, get your ticket. And yeah, it sucks that this hobby attracts a lot of people from the, with the right wing viewpoints. But the more of us lefties that join the network, the more those, homophobic, transphobic people are going to get drowned out. So, yeah, let's get more of us signed up to the hobby. That way we could, drown those idiots out. And reclaim the ham radio hobby. All right, we're gonna toss it back to KC3VIU from KJ7OMO.
Yep, this is KC3VIU. Perfect amount of timing. I was able to go downstairs and get the pillows out of the dryer and set up the rest of the bedclothes. So, oops, oh dear, dropped the phone. Oops, that was my bad. I dropped the phone. Yeah, and just kind of a follow-up for those that might be interested. Here where I'm at, the temperature is, I think it was like 59 Fahrenheit here today, 15 or 16 degrees C. So, the nights are going to be getting a little bit cooler in the next week, but that was after having recovered quite a bit. It's been decently warm here the past 5 or 6 days. No longer winter coat kind of stuff, except for we'll be back to that a little bit in the mornings. So, yeah, like I said, that was part of the reason I was playing with that little heater thing. I thought, aside from the fact that it'd be interesting to see how it would work, but also like I could deploy it like right here in the house, just put the panel out back and plug this thing in, and it's roughly 38, between 30 and 40 watts of heat being generated. The panel, I think, is good for 100 watts, so not really using all of it. And then I have another panel that's more industrial, and I need to adapt that. A trans woman last year who was moving gave it to me. It's pretty badly fractured, but it still generates the voltage necessary. I don't know that it's up to full current capacity, but aside from looking really bad, because it fell off of our car in transportation, and it's the one end is a little mangled, but the thing works and does generate the power. So power is power. I'm not going to turn it down for free, So I'm moving forward on getting that adapted and then getting a way to get that voltage into some batteries and using that during the course of the day, or evening. So anyway, just kind of fun little eco thing. Yes, maybe I am a bit of a prepper in some way, but I'm also trans, lesbian, queer, so that kind of counterbalances that and puts me back to neutral. Hi. Anyway, I'm going to send it back to net control. This is KC3VIU, back to KJ7OMO.
KC3VIU from KJ7OMO returning. Copy that. don't have any comment at this time, so we're gonna take a peek out at Radioland and see if we could see if we can, and see if there's any other anyone else out there that wishes to check in to the net. All I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you may share your pronouns if you wish. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and I am standing by for additional check-ins to the Pride Radio Group net.
This is November India 5 Bravo, NI5B in Austin, Texas. The name is Ben. Over.
Alright, November India 5 Bravo, got you down. Who else is out there? Alrighty. NI5B KJ7OMO. We'll toss it right over to you. I did not transmit, by the way. That
Okay,
noise.
fine business. Yeah, I'm a visitor, and I have discovered your network a little while ago, and I definitely wanted to check in and offer my support for you guys. And I happen to know Tony VK3JED when he visited here stateside, so he probably remembers me, but it's been a while since we've chatted. But I know he's probably listening to the net here occasionally, I would hope. Anyway, it's good to meet you guys, and I'll probably be checking in here off and on. I get busy sometimes on Saturday nights. That's what it is here in Austin. But anyway, great to hear all of you. This is NI5B in Austin. Back to you.
Alrighty, NI5B from KJ7OMO returning. Alright, fine business. Thanks for checking in. We're a RegChew net that, that happens every Sunday at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time. That would be 7 p.m. Arizona time. On this network. And yes, VK3JED Tony, he's very much part of the network. He owns the Australian half of this network. I own the American half. And we got together along with the help of VK2WAY. Even they contributed as well to the network. And the three of us, basically put this network together. And Tony, he's usually around for the net, but here lately he has been quite occupied with his athletic competitions with all the runnings, with all the running that he does. He's an athlete and he's a runner. And he participates in a lot of different competitions. So here lately, that's been keeping him busy. But here soon, he'll catch a break and he'll hopefully join us on the net. But I'll definitely let him know that you were here. All right, we'll break with you and we'll call you back in just a moment. But before we kick it back up to the top of the list, was there another station wanting to check in? Alrighty. VK2WAY KJ7OMO. We'll toss it back to you. Uh-oh. Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee, Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Has that DMR hotspot gremlin bit you again? Uh-oh. Alrighty, it looks like VK2WAY has apparently experienced some technical difficulties with their hotspots. So we'll turn it back to them here in a moment, and we'll toss it back down to KC3 Yankee Quebec India from KJ7OMO.
Sorry, I just get a little mic shy there. I was trying to think of what to say. Yeah, Kimberly, you're absolutely right that we need to get as many people, queer and leftist people, signed up and licensed so they can offset the right-wing people that are here. And I definitely want, that's one of my primary goals of becoming a ham is to get as many friends and comrades to join up and start communicating together and build our own networks to counter theirs. I don't expect Harris or the other emergency networks to actually support us at all. They'll probably be against us, I'm sure. So that's some of my goals as a ham. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say. I guess so I'll hand it back over to you.
Alrighty, KC3YQI from KJ7OMO returning. Yes, and speaking of building your own networks, well, if you ever one day decide to put together a repeater for your area, or if you know someone with a repeater that won't mind connecting their repeater over to a network like ours, well, you know what to do. We would love to hear from whoever has the repeater. So, yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, we always welcome new repeaters to our network. So, yeah. The more repeaters we have, the merrier. So, yeah. It's all part of the plan to take over and, yes, assimilate every repeater and, yeah, turn their coverage area rainbow. All right, I'm being silly. Yes, we are the Borg. Your repeaters will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. All right, KC3VIU, KJ7OMO, back to you.
I'd also like to add to that, all your base belong to us. Yeah, not too much more at this time from my end. Getting kind of short in the cycle here, I guess. There was something else I wanted to mention, but hopefully it'll come up before next time. KC3VIU, back to net control, KJ7, OMO.
All your base are belong to us indeed. We're gonna toss the hot mic back to November India 5 Bravo, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Yeah, Kilowatt Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar from NI5B in Austin. Well, I don't have much more to add right now. It's a bit past my bedtime, so of course the brain is getting a little bit on the foggy side. So I am just going to go ahead and say 73 to all of you and check out, and I'll catch you during the next net, I hope. It's been nice meeting all of you, and we'll say 73s for now. Have a great evening or a great day, as the case may be, depending on your time zone. KJ7, oh man, I'm already spacing out. KJ7ONO from NI5B. 73s to the group.
NI5B from KJ7OMO returning. Alright, not a problem. Alright, well, you're welcome to join the net join the net every week that it happens, and you're also welcome to, connect to the network anytime you like. The network is always open. It's for everyone's enjoyment and use. 7-3, and we hope to hear you again on the airwaves. Alright, we're at the bottom of the list, so, who else is out there wishing to check in? All I need are your call signs, slowly, twice, and phonetically. And if you like, you may share your pronouns as well. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for any additional check-ins to the net. Alrighty, we're gonna toss it back to Victor Kilo 2, Whiskey Alpha Yankee from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Yeah, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, VK2, WAY returning. Before I start, did any of my last over make it in? Back to you.
No, Jared. It did not. You were faced with with that one gremlin that apparently makes your hotspot not able to receive your transmissions every now and then. But you are coming through now. Back to you.
Thanks for that update. What I was saying is the station that inquired about Tony. Don't know if we will hear from Tony today. Tony's away competing at the Victorian Masters Games, or athletics competition, and today he has the 60-meter, 400-meter hurdles and a 200-meter run to do. Believe he did bring home 2 silvers yesterday, so yeah, he's doing quite well. But he'll either be finishing competing or competing still or traveling, I would assume, at this stage. So we probably won't hear him this afternoon. Back to you, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and the group. This is VK2 WAY.
VK2WAY KJ7 OMO returning. Alright, no worries. We'll get back with you in a moment. We'll toss it back over to KC3YQI from KJ7 OMO.
Victor gave me a really complicated call sign that YQI is always his first name. So kind of especially phonetically, in the name people in India, it's hard to say. But it is what it is, I guess. Let's see. I'm just getting started on DMR. That's interesting. I like how I can talk to just about everyone from Australia to wherever on the world. It's really cool. I have a Raspberry Pi sitting around here somewhere that I'm going to stick a hotspot on and try to get on the actual handheld instead of Droid Star on the phone. It's exciting. All our bases, right? We'll replace the nerd supplies with prize flags, right, on top of Mac, but on top of 8 hours. Anyway, I'm running on Steam as well. It's 11:28 here in the BC metro area, so it's almost my bedtime as well. I'll send it back to you, Epic Explorer. This is KC3YQI.
KC3YQI from KJ7 OMO returning. Yeah, I know, right? DMR is a pretty neat technology. By the way, I haven't told you this earlier, but your audio is a little bit on the low side, so you may need to look into that. But yeah, this network is a multi-mode system. So, in addition to DMR, there's also All-Star, Echolink, IRLP, System Fusion, D-Star, P25, NXDN, November X-Ray Delta November. And then there is also M17 and Zello and a few other things connected to our network, and all of those different modes that are normally not able to talk to each other. On our network, we're able to make those different modes talk to each other. So yeah, right now I'm talking to you from All-Star, and let's see, and looks like Jared is talking to us from FreeDMR, and KC3VIU is talking to us from Echolink, and I believe you are talking to us from one of the DMR talk groups, but I can't see what it is at the moment because I'm not looking at the dashboard. Alright, anyways, we're going to toss it to KC3VIU next, KJ7OMO.
Yes, Kimberly, for the sake of Eric, did you mention about the Netscraper thing? I was a little, ow, on my shoulder. I was a little late in joining today, and I wondered if they were aware of that, because I can certainly help to identify the rest of the people in the net. But anyone else who is still listening, I'm up here in the Amish country, as it were, near Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So out in the middle of kind of, I grew up in the Pittsburgh area. Even though it was just a little bit more distant suburb, you tend to be a little bit more connected to it. Whereas here, you sort of like, I don't really want to have much of anything to do with Philly. So I don't. And it feels a little bit more in the midst of nowhere than than other places are. But at any rate, now I'm probably, it would take me about 45 minutes to get to the closest, like, real suburb of Philly, like along the turnpike there. And that's good enough. I mean, those areas are still fine, but downtown Philly is, oh my God, the traffic is a mess. At any rate, rather than get too deeply into that, yeah, it's, I really find the Netscraper thing, once I found it, once I found out how to do that, that was really cool. And we'll have to message you sometime this week about learning more about how to run a net. It's something I'm absolutely fascinated in, and don't have a problem doing. Just I'm going to make sure I have all the technical skills necessary, because that's going to require a bit of education on my part, which is cool. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just I can be a little shy on the technology till I'm more confident in it. But once I get a grasp of things, the general rule is just watch out, because I eat everything alive, and it's like, oh wow, wait, okay, we can do that, and we can connect this, and oh, is that how that works? And just yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna hang on for one more round, because I think I'm getting pretty close to going out myself. This is KC3 VIU, back to net control, KJ7 OMO.
KC3VIU KJ7 OMO returning. No problem. Sorry, my brain short-circuited. So we're going to take a peek out at Radioland and see if there's anybody else out there wishing to check into the Pride Radio Group Net. If you'd like to check in, please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you added to the list. Okie dokie, do we have anybody else out there? Anybody else out there? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and your pronouns too if you'd like, and we'll get you checked into the net. Alright, we have a third-party check-in from YouTube streamer Xanatax, who is still working on getting their ham radio license in both Canada and the United States. We shall encourage them to not give up on that endeavor and just keep on working on it. We're going to toss it back to Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, VK2 WAY returning. I think in all the modes you listed, the only thing you missed was FM, where I started today's net, roaming the streets on my quick errand I was running. Thanks to the VK2 ROT repeater and Waverley Amateur Radio Society, my club here in Sydney that I'm a member of, for the use of their repeater on Sundays. I think that's all I'll add. Good to hear everybody, and sounds like things might be wrapping up soon, but I'll be around for a few more, I guess. Back to you, KJ7RMO, VK2 WAY.
VK2WAYKJ7OMO returning. Right, FM. Yes, we do have FM, some FM repeaters around. But they are connected via All-Star. So when I say All-Star and Echolink, FM is included in those two. IRLP too. So FM is included in in those three. But yeah, we do have only a very small number of FM repeaters, like one of them that is connected there's only currently one FM repeater connected to the network for half of the week. So half of the week that repeater is connected elsewhere, and then the other half of the week that repeater would switch over to our network. So yeah, there's that. And my repeater is still permanently offline until I'm able to replace the radios on those. And then we were supposed to have a repeater in Seattle, but that never came about. The lady that was supposed to set that up, I don't know, she backed out of it because she said that she was too lazy. So, yeah, we don't have that going for us anymore. I mean that never started anyways, but yeah, oh well. Anyways, we're gonna toss it back over to KC3YQI, KJ7OMO. Alright, looks like we lost Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec, India. We're gonna toss it right back to KC3 VIU, KJ7 OMO.
Yeah, Kimberly, this is KC3VIU. Yeah, it's getting late. I'm gonna turn in for the night. Once again, thank you for running the net, and it's definitely one of the things I look forward to during the week. So, again, thank you, and to the folks in Australia for bringing such folks in from down there. And the connections throughout the world. So, anyway, before I start rambling on too long and becoming less coherent, I'm going to give my 73s and 33s to all, and hope to connect again next week. I'll be listening for a little bit, but I'm going to pretty much sign off from here. So this is KC3VIU, over to KJ7OMO, clear on my final.
KC3VIU from KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, it's about time that we wind things down. Anyways, 3373 to you, and thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out as always, and we look forward to hearing you again. You have a good night, and we'll catch you later on. Alrighty, well, looks like people are dropping out, and yeah, so unless we get some additional check-ins, we're gonna start winding things down. Do we have any additional check-ins? Any additional check-ins to the net? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. And you may share your pronouns if you like. And we'll get you added to the list. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and I am looking for more check-ins to the net. Alrighty, one more time. Do we have anybody else out there wishing to check in? Anyone out there wishing to check in? Please come now with your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you added to the list. Yeah, I guess that's all she wrote. I guess we'll begin shutting things down, eh? VK2WAYKJ7OMO.
Thanks, Kimberly, KJ7LMO, and the group VK2WAY Profile. Great to hear you all. Won't catch you next week, unfortunately, due to work. Possibly the week after, so we'll see how we go. Otherwise, I'll be around on Discord occasionally, but thank you, as always, for hosting, and always great to hear you, Kimberly, and everybody else. Lovely to meet you. Was it Eric Newham? Welcome to the Pride Radio Group and our net. Good to hear everybody else. Look forward to hearing you again next time. 73 for now. Back to you, Kimberly, VK2WAY.
Alright, Jared. Well, 7-3 to you, and thanks for stopping by to hang out with us. And we definitely look forward to hearing you again the next time you are able to check in. Alright, 7-3 and take care. And speaking of Pride Radio Group, those who are interested, can join the Pride Radio Group. It's free to join. All you need is Discord in order to join. So to join the Pride Radio Group and get in on the Discord action, visit prideradio.group. Once again, the website is prideradio.group. Apply for a membership, and once they approve you, they'll email you an invite to the Discord server, and then you join via Discord, and then you get to hang out with all of us when we're not on the air. Alright. Looks like we have one last station remaining. Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec India, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Any final transmissions for the net before we shut things down?
Yes, this is Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec India. My last transmission. Yes, thank you so much for hosting the net. This is my first net, so I appreciate it. It's been exciting. I thank you all for being so welcoming and giving me so many tips. I'll definitely listen to Netscraper and NetLogger to get everyone's contacts or everyone's call signs. Thank you so much. It's been great. 73. Back to
you. Alright. And when you're done, don't forget to clear with your call sign. Alrighty, folks. Do we have any final comments from previously checked-in stations? Any final comments from previously checked-in stations? Anybody else out there who wants to get in on the net on the last minute? In and out only check-ins. Please come now. Alrighty, looks like we're done here. That concludes our net for today. Thank you all for participating and bringing fun to the airwaves. I would like to express gratitude to the Waverley Amateur Radio Society in Sydney for allowing us to connect our network to their repeaters so that we could relay this net throughout Sydney. Special thanks to VK3JED, VK, and VK2WAY for their contributions, as well as the entire Pride Radio group for making this net possible. I now release all frequencies, repeaters, and other systems back to their regular amateur use. Thank you once again, and 7-3 to everyone from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. This net is now closed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 check-ins, including yours truly. Alright, folks, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. I am now gone. Alrighty, YouTube. That's it for me. Thanks for hanging out and watching and all that stuff. If you haven't done so already, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell, of course. And we'll catch you on the next one. 7-3, everyone, from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. I am now gonna be clearing out of YouTube. Alright, bye, y'all.